So apparently vlogging is a thing. I'm not really sure how to do it. I don't know how to edit videos. I don't know how to put clips into other clips. But we could start off simple, I guess. So those of you who know me, my name's Crystal. Obviously, those of you who don't, my name is Crystal. I'm 23 years old. I have two biological children, both boys, ages 7 and 3. I have two stepchildren. I have a almost 2-year-old stepson, he'll be 2 next month, and a 4-year-old stepdaughter who will be 5 in December. We've been trying to have a baby on our own for 2 years now, and during that time we've had 2 miscarriages, and I was diagnosed with PCOS, polycystic syndrome. Because of the polycystic syndrome, we had such a hard time getting pregnant because I wasn't ovulating, and it was just super stressful. I've had cysts on my ovaries since I was 17, and I've had irregular cycles since I was 12, so literally since I started them. But nobody had ever diagnosed me with any problems. When I was a teenager, they just said, here's birth control, regulate your cycles, and it worked. The cysts, even though some of them were super large, nobody ever said anything about them. They just went away on their own, and every month they came back. But the past 2 years were super hectic, I guess. I ended up in the hospital 3 or 4 times from blood loss. My cysts became extremely excruciating, painful. I would bleed for like 3 months, and then I wouldn't bleed for like 2 weeks, and then bleed again for another month. So I was just always bleeding. My hormones went crazy. I got super depressed. I was super bitchy and moody all the time, and it was just horrible. And I just wish somebody would have told me that I had PCOS earlier, so maybe I could have like addressed it better or done more research and found out what to do. But oh well. I finally found an OBGYN that was willing to help me. My last one did a DNC to clear out my lining, thinking that's why I was bleeding. It helped none. I just bled more. And then I found one, and they put me on birth control for 2 months. I was completely against it, but said, oh well, if it helps me, it helps me. The birth control made me super depressed, extra moody. I emotionally didn't do well with it, but it did regulate my cycles. And so after that, I went straight on letrozole, which is an ovulation medicine to make you ovulate. And we baby danced, and it worked. First try, 5 milligrams, it worked after 2 years, which was super great. We went in, I'm 8 weeks pregnant now. We went in 2 weeks ago for an ultrasound. I was super nervous. I was like super scared something was gonna be wrong or nothing was gonna be there, even though I'd taken 8 million pregnancy tests. And we saw the sac, and we saw a little flicker, and it was so cute. And then the doctor said, and then we go over here. And she moved over, and there was another sac and another little flicker. And I instantly started crying. It was just like a lot to take in at once. Like, oh my goodness, twins, wait, we wanted one more baby and that was it. And then she said, and then we go over here. And at this point, I think I'm literally cussing. Yeah, I was cussing during the ultrasound. I was crying and saying shit. And my husband looked like he was gonna pass out. And I asked if we were on a TV show. I really thought we were being pranked, but no. We ended up with triplets and 3 little heartbeats, and each of them have their own sac. And my poor husband really could not even walk out of the doctor's office. He thought he was gonna pass out, and I was just crying. Eventually, by the time we got out of the hospital, I was just laughing because it was just so surreal. Like, how do we try 2 years to get a baby and couldn't get one, and then ended up with 3? And where are we gonna put 3? And how do you hold 3? How do you breastfeed 3? How do you juggle the 2 that we have in the home now with 3 more? And then the price, and oh my goodness, now we need a new vehicle. And it was just a lot. It was a lot. And so we go in on Thursday. Today's Tuesday. So we go in 2 days for another appointment and to check on them and do labs and everything like that, because our first appointment was really fast. And I'm super excited because they're going to have like little arms and little legs, and I can't wait to see them and see how much they've grown. And so I just figured I'd vlog and keep you guys updated on our journey. So stay tuned.